Hi, I'm Leanne Ely. I'm a nutritionist, a New York Times best-selling author, and some people even say I'm a life coach. I started the Daily Dish Show to share my story, my truth, and my journey to vibrancy, and to inspire others to do the same. Because it's all about grit, perseverance, and finding a way despite the odds. It's about embracing the whole woman, not just the parts that are easy to love, and feeding her heart, mind, body, and soul. But I found that this isn't just my story, it's your story too. It's go time. This is the Daily Dish. We still have a Facebook area, you guys. Dang. Oh man. Facebook, come on, get your act together. You know? Meta. Come on, Zuckerberg or whatever your name is. What's his name? Zuckerberg. Whatever. Say hi to Caroline. No. Yeah. She's like, no, please. My daughter's here. Oh well. She doesn't want to be on camera. She doesn't want to be on camera, but that's just the way it is. Okay. We're going to do the show, even though we're probably streaming right now to about 4 people because it's only to YouTube. Because Facebook has decided not to work again. It didn't work yesterday. Not working today. Okay. Be that way. So let's see. A few things. First of all, we have Crave Crusher is our supplement of the week. Yay. If you buy 3, you are going to get a 4th one free. We do that when we have a special buy, and we got a special buy for you. So take advantage of this. And let me just say, this is probably one of our best supplements. It helps with, excuse me, I'm sitting here burping, helps with cravings. I do Crave Water like crazy. And then I also add in taking Crave Crusher. Crave Crusher does have L-glutamine in it. It's got L-tyrosine in it as well. It's got some phenylalanine, vitamin C, vitamin B5, I think so, and a little chromium. And all of these work together for good. And it helps to hold you in that place of no craving. So this is really helpful. Let's give some of this to our friend Samuel. So we have that. savingdinner.com/show. All you have to do is add it to your cart. We take care of all the rest of it. Hello, Francesca. It's good to see you. Martha, hello. I'm glad for those of you who, we should probably, Amber's there on the back end. Can you go put a note there to go meet us over at YouTube and give them the link directly over to the link? Because they're probably saying, where is everybody? This is where we are, people. Oh, you just did? You're so smart. Hey, Tanya. Good to have you here. Yeah, I don't know. Facebook's having connectivity issues of some sort. I don't know. We're not going to question it. We're just going to run with it. Anyway, that's number 1 is the Crave Water thing. You need to know about that. Also, we had Full Bloom last Saturday. If you were there, we talked about some really cool things and about being more than enough, living an abundant life, all the good stuff. I am telling you. So you know what you want to do? You want to go and get the replay if you haven't seen it. Because this might be just the thing that you're looking for to really straighten some things up in your head. That's at savingdinner.com/bloom. You'll still get the swag bag. You'll still get we have a special discount code for those who attend. So you'll still get that. And those of you who were attendees, you get to use your code. So don't forget about that because at the end of the week, it's gone. So, we also have coming up, it's September 26th is the Rising Tide, and that's going to be our goal setting workshop. That's 3 weeks of absolute intensity. You also get a one-on-one with me. All the information about the Rising Tide can be found at savingdinner.com/rise. Now, I'm looking at this as this is the end of the year. You know how we do our goals. We do them in 12-week spurts, and this is an opportunity to end the year well. Even if you're not really pleased with the middles, you can fix the ending. How's that? And I'm really excited about this class. We've got a few people already coming back who've done it before. So that should tell you a thing or two. So check that out at savingdinner.com/rise. September 26th. It gives you plenty of time. All right. Crave Water. This is thebomb.com. Crave Water it's L-glutamine. with a little bit of citric acid, a little bit of MCT oil, and this much of stevia, making it taste just like lemonade. Yay! So go get it while we still have it. It's at savingdinner.com/cravewater. You are really going to like it, especially if if you've been fighting cravings and you need a little help. This is just the thing. Plus, it helps heal your gut. It helps with muscle soreness, all the things. That's great, right? Covering all the bases. So we have that. Last but not least, we have free shipping for anybody. If you are in the lower 48, you order anything over $300 and above, we're going to say shipping's on us. Thank you very much for supporting this small woman-owned business and the families that support it. Really, we really greatly appreciate it. That's our way of saying thank you. Our Etsy shop is open and all the swag is there. Have you seen it? That's at savingdinner.com/Etsy. So go take a peek-see. You won't regret it. We love it. And we just love that everything that we've done. And our Amber has just slayed it on the design. So you're going to love it. Lastly, the quote of the week is from Susan Jeffers. And her quote is, "Feel the fear and do it anyway." That's kind of our motto around here, isn't it? Yeah. Because fear sometimes looks a lot like procrastination. Maybe which came first, the procrastination or the fear? It's hard to say. So this week we've been talking about, Patsy, hi, you found us over here. I'm so glad to see. Oh, Francesca said that Crave Water and San Pellegrino is the bomb. We're going to have to try that. We're going to have to try that. Thank you for that. Jocelyn's here as well. Good to have you here.
We will have a new Crave Water recipe.
We will have a new Crave Water recipe. That's Caroline's here because we are making a big list of some videos that we're going to be shooting, all the things that we're going to be doing. So anyway, she's sitting right here. She will not let me put her on camera. But you can hear twittering and tittering. I don't know.
Twitter padding.
Twitter padding in the background. That sounds like something Myra would say.
Moira.
Moira.
I know.
All right. Let's talk about the power of affirmations and goal achievement, because there's some science behind that. And it's also very practical. And this is the way that we set goals when we do Take Back Your Life journal and in the Rising Tide. I want to break this down a little bit because this is the thing that I found to be the most powerful needle mover as far as setting goals is concerned, because otherwise it's too hard. Well, first of all, we say, and Tanya says hello. Remember hello. Tanya, yes. Our Canadian friend? She loves the quote of the week as well. Anyway, so one of the things that just really struck me when it came to goals and everything, and I was on this quest, like, how do I make goals happen? How do I create goals that aren't overwhelming or too far away or whatever? And I happened upon this book, The 12-Week Year by Brian Moran. Changed everything because it made me push my goals into this 12-week box, because that's doable. That makes it so that it's not so far away. That helped, number one. Number two, the power of affirmation and intention. Today, we're going to be just talking about affirmations and how that just absolutely nailed it down for me. And that was make it for 12 weeks, add the affirmation to it, and use I am, because that's powerful. Hi, Catherine. I'm glad you found us. Apparently, we're having a problem with Facebook today again. So we're all over here hanging out at YouTube. So I'm glad you're here. So affirmations are a potent tool in the pursuit of personal goals. That's not brand new news to you, and I know that. But the thing is, there's a psychological catalyst that propels you toward your objectives. That's the thing. And it's all rooted in neuroscientific principles. In other words, it's how your brain is wired. And it's how we follow these paths that we create in the neural pathways in our brains. And we hone them through practice. So that's one of the secrets to creating good goals, is writing them down in an I am statement every single day. And we don't have massive lists of goals. We have 3 sentences that we write out. That's our formula. And that's the thing that makes all of this stuff stick. So the efficacy of affirmations is rooted in this whole concept of neuroplasticity. And that's, again, back to your brain. Because your brain sees that and organizes that in a way that helps you to follow the bouncing ball. Remember the bouncing ball? Younger people will not remember this, but older people will. Remember when you'd watch like a sing along and they'd have the lyrics on the bottom and they had the bouncing ball? They say, watch the bouncing ball, and you watch the bouncing ball so you could sing along at home. Oh my gosh, that makes me feel really old. But anyway, when we so watch the bouncing ball. When we engage in positive affirmations, we are essentially rewiring our brains and fostering positive thought patterns that we want and ditching the old ones that we don't want is what we're doing. And there was a study on this called Social, Cognitive, and Affective Neuroscience, okay, that found that self-affirmation activates well-known reward centers in the brain, right here in the prefrontal cortex. There is reward centers. Mitch Miller. Yes, Patsy. Yes. What was that? Was that his show that he did that or something? I seem to remember Mitch Miller, and I seem to remember Big Bass Thing, and I think my dad watched that. That's so funny. But anyway, this activates that part of the brain. And of course, what happens then is that you start changing those patterns in your brain, replacing that negative garbage with the positive things that you want. You're working and focusing on that stuff and not the old icky stuff. So to put it into practice, if you're trying to, let's say you're a woman trying to lead a healthy, you are women, I know. Let's say you're trying to lead a healthier, more vibrant lifestyle. That's a common goal for most of us. We want that. Well, we're going to use affirmations in this. You can use 3x5 cards, put them all over the place. You know, we've talked about this before, and you're also going to write them out in the I am preface, using I am, because that's very declarative. It's a manifesto of sorts, and you are making this positive pathway for your brain and for you to understand about who you are. And remember, your reticular activating system, also a part of your brain, is looking at what you're saying about yourself and saying, oh, okay, this is the way we are. Thank you for that. Your brain is always taking direction with how you think and what you say. So when we start saying these things every day, I'm making healthy choices, I'm committed to my health, I'm committed to my well-being, I am healthier every single day, these kind of things, it reinforces the commitment that you have toward that goal. And again, at the same time, it's helping to rewire your brain. So this is your association. Also, it associates your this good behavior, the good behavior that you want to have in there with these particular statements. So when you say, I am every day I'm making healthier choices, you're thinking, okay, so what are those healthier choices? And then you start writing those in and adding them into your day. So there's some unconventional, I thought this was really cool too, because I was doing a little bit of a deep dive on affirmations, and I thought, what are some unusual ways to do affirmations? We write them down. You know, we put them on 3x5 cards. We think about them. We say them. We do the mirror work. We do all that stuff. But what's some other unusual ways? And Tanya, I'm so glad you are here. She says, I am well rested. Good for you. Are you sleeping better? I hope so. I hope so. But this is really cool because Tanya has a necklace that says Tanya Strong, right? She has a hashtag Tanya Strong, because I started using that in our Hot Melt Sprint group, and she took that and made a necklace out of it. That is affirmation jewelry. It's one of the things that you can do. A bracelet. We had a bracelet, I think, once upon a time that said vibrancy on it or something, but we did that. But these things are reminders of who you are and who you are becoming. And it enforces what's going on in your brain, and you're wearing it. And it's your declaration, basically, of independence from the old garbage that you were thinking about yourself. Isn't that cool? I love that. I think that's so great. Hi, Arlene. You loved Full Bloom on Saturday. Thank you. I appreciate that. And this is what we're affirming right now. You know, exactly what we're affirming right now is this whole kind of thing using affirmation jewelry, of all things. Isn't that so cool? The other thing is affirmation art. Now, this is something, speaking of our Patsy does affirmation art. She sent me the cutest little girl on the Peloton when I first got my Peloton, and I am an athlete. And that was me that she did the little cross stitch on. And she's done a few for others. And it was so cool. And that's art. Taking that art and can you, as you are creating it, you're thinking about it. And again, it's creating new neural pathways. This is the power of affirmations and affirmation art and affirmation jewelry. I think that's so great. I've got another way for you to do this too. Now, one of the things that I do, and Caroline's going to think I'm completely nuts, but I am. That's okay. Hi, Arlene. One of the things that I do is I try to, when I take my dog for a walk, I talk to myself the entire time that I'm there, and I use a lot of I am affirmations to just kind of to straighten myself out. And I do this because oftentimes it's really easy to fall and spiral down when things aren't quite going exactly the way that you want them to go. So to combat that, I start with these I am affirmations, and I do it as I'm walking. And the momentum of your walk helps to reinforce it. You can do it while you're exercising. I do it when I'm playing pickleball. I did it this morning. I was not playing really well. And I started in with I am a warrior in my head. And I'd sit there and I'm the only thing I needed to do, the only requirement that I had was watch the ball as if my life depended on it. I did so much better. And I do those things on a regular basis without even knowing how effective this affirmation practice is when there's all the science behind it that shows that, yes, it will move the needle. So these are some unusual things that you can do, but there's action steps for you to put in an effective affirmation practice. The first one is to personalize them. Duh. Right? Of course. So you make them specific to your goals to ensure that they resonate with you on a personal level, because otherwise for heaven's sakes, you're not going to use my affirmations. I'm not going to use yours. You need to use your own. This is always about a customized plan for your life, not mine, not anyone else's, for you. Does this work for you? Does this resonate with you? Look at that. Number 2, keep them positive. Folks have a tendency to say, I don't blah, blah, blah anymore. Well, your brain doesn't quite understand that. Instead, replace I don't blah, blah, blah with I am doing whatever it is that you want to be doing. I am this. And make sure that it's in the present tense. Again, that's what your brain understands. Your brain doesn't understand I am going to. Doesn't understand that. Doesn't make any sense. Your brain understands what you're doing now. Now. Doesn't understand future or past tense. Keep repeating them. Write it down on 3x5 cards. Keep it in your mind, especially as the garbage comes. Do you know we have 70,000 thoughts a day? And 5% of them are with our prefrontal cortex. The rest is all subconscious. It's all our old programming yapping away in the back of our heads. And some people say they don't hear it. Most people do, though. We do hear it. And we do hear the put downs and the fear and all the rest of that. And that's where it all comes from the back of our heads, in our subconscious. We can reprogram that with this doing these things that we're talking about. And then visualize and feel it, because, our emotions are there for a reason. And you can feel it. I mean, I remember when Mark and I were out looking at houses, and I would make him take me to houses we could well not afford. And I would stand out there on their dock, and I have voice memos on my phone and saying, here I am standing on my dock. This is my house. And I felt all the feelings of what it would feel like to have a house on the water with a dock. And then when it happened, I had all those feelings. I had already relived them. It was like reliving it because I had practiced all of that. And it was just, I was trying to train my brain that this is normal for me to have a house on the water with a dock. And it happened. So remember this, that affirmations are very powerful and they're at your disposal to use. It's free. It's a free programming device you can install in your head at any time. Because when you harness the power of the neuroplasticity that's already in your head, and you start saying, I want to reprogram some of this stuff. I want this to be a little bit better. Then you're going to be able to dial into what it is that truly, truly turns you on. And that's everything. because you're going to find getting to your goals is that much easier and so much simpler. All right, that's it for our show today. I will be back tomorrow for Wise Women's Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me today on YouTube, and who knows if Facebook will get back or not. Anyway, it was at least having a few of you here. It was great. Peace be with you. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining me today. You can find me on TikTok for daily tips to help support your most vibrant life. And remember, you are the author of your own story. Until next time.